Mega Mega Drive. Got one? Now you can get Mega CD. Clunk, click, take a trip on 500 megabytes. Whoa!
The old Wild Turkey 101. Get us in the mood for a little bit of old retro bollocks. Oh, this takes me back. This takes me back. Back to the travelling days. Free spirit days. Roaming around the globe at 27 years old. Drinking Wild Turkey. A bit of coke with it. I'm not giving it a Sonic because I had one too many last night. One too many. It's New Arrivals Day. New arrivals. Look what I've been buying. I've been buying some serious retro. This came yesterday. I'm gonna get into this now. You know, I got a good bargain here with this. I got it for 28 quid, but it's worth about 90 quid. Right, with fruit first layer, it's like pasta parcel this. I wonder if there's any little mini packets of Smarties in each wrap. There we go, look, that's the third layer. Now I got this from Konami for the Mega CD. This is a beast. Lethal Enforcers. Lethal Enforcers for the Mega CD. And it comes with the gun as well. The Enforcer gun. News that hits home. Lethal Enforcers comes to Sega CD. There we go. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. Do you know, I never played it on the Sega CD. I played it on the Mega Drive. I never played it on the Sega CD. But there's two reasons I got this. It's another little step towards getting Snatcher. But yeah, the Justifier look. The Justifier gun. Quality. So yeah, for those who are not familiar with Lethal Enforcers, basically it originated on the arcade back in the 90s. Like all the rage, you know, all the arcade machines, everybody were going out to play Lethal Enforcers in arcades, and then they brought it to console then. But I thought, gotta get Lethal Enforcers. And there's Lethal Enforcers 2 as well, which came out, which was more of a Wild West one, which also came from the arcade. Justify, look at that for a beast, that's a nice big box, isn't it? Sega CD. Lethal Enforcers then at number 1. That's what I've been buying. We'll pop that there. At number 2 then, for the Mega CD. This is a rare one, this. If you're a Mega CD owner, or you did own a Mega CD, you'll remember this, but Wolfchild. Do you remember Wolfchild? I mean, it's a platformer, shooter. But yeah, look, 1993 also. But let's have a little read of the blurb. As a member of the experimental project Wolfchild, battle your way through 9 stages, 9 of them, of deadly traps and trigger-happy mutants. And that is all it says. But that's all you need, isn't it? That is all you need. Wolfchild, it's a good game, and it's also becoming quite rare. Look at that, it's in good condition as well. Yeah, it's one of few proper platformer sort of you know, side-scrolling platform games. It's one of a few of them for Mega CD. But yeah, you can only get it on the Mega CD. Wolfchild. Pop Wolfchild in there. That's been my second purchase. No, I'm going to alternate a bit because there's a few Mega CD games. So there we are. The first 2 games Mega CD. But here we go then. PlayStation. Now I was at the car boot, and there was this scruffy guy there. No, and he's like, well, I want 15 quid for fucking that. And I was like, it were basically a PlayStation, but it was really yellow, you know, like it just proper not being looked after. 15 quid, what? 15 quid. And I said, look, I don't really want the system, but I'd like the game. Well, it comes as a bulk, that's it, 15 quid, that's it. And I went, alright, no worries. Anyway, I was sort of looking at this game and I thought, I can't, that game is worth fucking 80 quid. Do I get this shitty yellow PlayStation? And then he goes, what, you just want game then? I said, yeah. How much will you give me for it then? And I said, I'll give you a tenner for it. Well, yeah, alright then. And handed it over. And that game is Final Fantasy Anthology. What a find! Final Fantasy Anthology. This game is really sought after for the PlayStation. It's 2 of the Final Fantasy games in one. But you've got Final Fantasy 4 and Final Fantasy 5 in one game. And I was like, when I saw it, I just thought, fuck, he's got no idea, this guy. And he's like, yeah, we're happy with his tenner though. And yeah, I was very happy. Man, we're walking away with that. Didn't have a clue. And that's how we like it. We'd like people to not have a clue. Because we're in an age of digital, and now, you know, if you know your stuff, you've just got your Googling straight away and you can look up the game and see how much it's worth. But it's getting harder to come by little gems like that. But yeah, I was proper happy about that. I nearly wet myself. I was happy about that find. Another then game, moving from PS1, PS2, is I've mentioned it, and I actually thought I had it, but for some reason it had gone missing, so I bought it again, and that is Tenchu Wrath of Heaven for PS2. The first Tenchu on PlayStations, you know, that were like just a groundbreaking game, but then you got Tenchu 2 and they sort of upped it a bit, and you could even build your own levels on this game. So it was like so immersive, you could build your own map and put your guards where you want them and stuff, and I used to love that. But yeah, Wrath of Heaven, and I bought that for £2. Have a look how much it's worth. What a find that was as well. Live by honour, kill by stealth. Look at this, you've got Ricky Maru, and then Ayami again. Back. But yeah, it's just a little bit better graphics than PS1, and it's just a gem. Hard to find that one now. Hard to come by is that. People don't part with Tenchu Wrath of Heaven. You just don't part with it, do you? Back to the Mega CD then. Now, I first experienced this game on the Super NES. This gem I talk about is Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia was like the early games before Flashback, you know, that sort of style. I think it even might be by the makers of Flashback. It's too much similar, you know, it's too similar to Flashback, but great story, great game. But on the Mega CD version, the opening, it's got an extra opening sequence, and it's all like manga-fied, you know, Japanese manga animation. For those who've played it, you know what I'm talking about. Tough game is Prince of Persia. For those who play it, you remember, don't you, falling down the traps and getting your skull pierced by spikes. What more can I say? What more can I say? Prince of Persia then. I'm building my Mega CD collection because the value of the Mega CD games is going through the roof. It's crazy. Classic Sega CD games normally come with console, but I didn't have it, so I just quickly got that one there. Cheap, dirt cheap, Solpheus, and then that comes with your Cobra Command. Cobra Command is another good game. Exactly the same concept as Road Avenger, except you're in an Apache helicopter with guns. I thought, yeah, I've got to get that purely because it's just Mega CD, isn't it? And then lastly, I got, I mentioned it in a previous one, the second volume of Sherlock Holmes, and I get map. Yeah, look. There, look, the times, look. London, Tuesday, July 4th, 1888. Get me proper geek on this when I was younger. Thought I were a proper detective, going through my times. Ooh, what's been going on down Baker Street? Yeah. The Sherlock Holmes games are underrated, you know. On the Sega CD, a lot went into making those games. And it's got live animation, live action actors and stuff. I actually quite like the Sherlock Holmes. Yeah. Quality. And there you go, look, that's my retro bollocks. That's the retro bollocks that I picked up. Yeah, I've not done a Retrobots for a while because I've been quite busy, but nobody watches anyway, so it really doesn't matter. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you want.